One of the possible reasons why Uber was finally able to become a profitable company is because 20 to 30% of their drivers are allegedly illegals. Don't believe me? Let's go for a ride. In 2020, after getting elected, Joe Biden got rid of a lot of Trump's immigration policies, which effectively opened the border. It is estimated that 12 million people came in 4 years. As you can see, complete chaos. This video was taken at one of the busiest border crossings at the southern border. This is a video of the constant caravans that would come up all the way from South America into Central America and up to the southern border. This is the Darien Gap, a treacherous jungle in Panama where migrants, many experienced great hardship, many were raped, some were killed, and some died of exhaustion, starvation, and dehydration. Enter Dara. Dara is an immigrant from Iran. When immigrants come to America, create wealth, jobs, and treat Americans well, it's extra good. When immigrants come to America, create wealth, jobs, and treat Americans poorly, it's extra bad. It's unclear whether Dara supported Biden's open border policy, but he is definitely opposed to Trump's immigration policy. Here's a quote from Dara from a Wired article in 2017. He basically says he disagrees with Trump's immigration policies. Meet Tony West. Tony West is married to Kamala Harris's sister. He is head of legal at Uber. Dara is a fan of DEI. No matter how you slice it, the top brass at Uber is not a fan of Trump, his supporters, or his agenda. Uber is still a DEI company. Here's a clip of Dara talking about diversity.
And how has board diversity been implemented in not only your personal life, but professional life?
We are driving diversity at all levels of the company. We want to make sure Uber looks a lot more like Uber customers all over the world.
Absolutely.
And the same is true at the board level. So it affects how we do our business, it affects how we run marketing, how we build product, how we build tech, etc.
Here are two screenshots of Uber's diversity, equity, and inclusion goals for 2025. Read them if you like. Here is a clip of Dara talking about the massive increase of drivers while the borders were open.
And more drivers are coming into our platform than ever. We talked about April, number of new driver sign-ups was up 120%. In May, it's up 145% on a year-on-year basis.
I asked Grok how many illegal immigrants drive for Uber. Bottom line, there might be a 20 to 30% chance your driver is an alleged illegal immigrant It is possible Uber has no idea who 20 to 30% of their drivers are. Your driver could have allegedly stolen someone's identity, dealt drugs while driving for Uber, murdered someone, or raped someone. Illegals are driving on the road commercially, and it is dangerous. Austin Airport waiting lot for Uber drivers. The Uber drivers think I'm a contractor working with Uber. The Uber drivers I interviewed are blurred to protect their identities. These are working class guys, and I don't want anything bad to happen to them.
1 a 20, 10%.
Okay.
No, bueno, no.
Okay, so ahorita el
5 meses malo hay, ahorita,
Okay.
el verano.
okay.
El suma es, ¿verdad?
Pero ahorita está bueno, ¿sí o no?
No,
No.
esperamos que de ahorita en adelante un poquito mejore.
Okay. Y crees porque
¿Ah?
él dice que es porque hay muchos drivers que no tienen papeles,
No
¿sí?
tienen papeles. Sí,
Okay.
Cuentas chimba.
¿Cuántos? Sí hay como 100 drivers.
Ajá.
¿Cuántos de los 100 no tienen papeles?
Sí, como 30%.
¿30?
Sí, 30.
30% no
Sí.
tienen papeles.
Sí.
Y sí hay 30%
No tienen papeles y carros viejos,
carros viejos.
que los meten como carros nuevos. También.
Okay.
Sí.
Y-
Tú compras una Suburban nueva
Ujú.
y el otro compra un carro de 10 años y la mete a trabajar. Entonces Uber no se da cuenta de eso.
Okay, ¿tú crees que el dinero es como abajo o no es bueno porque hay 30% de Uber drivers no tienen
pero
papeles?
Son muchas cosas. El verano, que es malo,
Ajá.
muchos papeles falsos.
Okay.
Y Uber no está pagando bien.
Okay.
Bernie Sanders said in his 2016 campaign, "You can't have open borders and a welfare state." To big business, you can't have AI and robots taking people's jobs and cheap labor from illegals coming through a wide open border. This is creating pressure from the inside with AI and robots, and outside with illegal immigrants. This is squeezing the working class wages profoundly. Meet John. John is a legal immigrant Uber driver. He has been driving for 6 years. He is the main guy I'm speaking with.
Pero es bueno.
Venga, lo que le dispare ahí, tire.
De Uber.
Yo no encuentro de Uber, es de Uber.
Dinero no gusta.
The dinero is no good. Why do you think that is? Huh? Porque el dinero no es good.
Porque pagan mal.
¿Pagan mal? ¿Crees que es porque hay muchos drivers?
Yes,
Hay muchos drivers.
yes, sir.
Okay. ¿Cuántos? Let's see. How do I say it? ¿Cuánto tiempo estuviste manejando por Uber?
Oh,
¿Por qué estoy manejando Uber?
a mí me cerraron la cuenta de Uber.
¿Qué?
This is the
Close
close.
de Uber.
No, ¿cuántos años?
5 años.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Y el dinero.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
4
years
Okay.
is low.
¿Y
Down.
tú crees es porque hay muchos drivers?
Yes, sir.
Muchos drivers. Y do you think that? Okay. I
Muchos
don't-
drivers, muchos way, muchos scooters.
¿Crees es porque hay muchos drivers que no tienen papeles para trabajar en Estados Unidos?
Yeah.
Okay.
De mi resident y overflow. Wait.
Tú tienes papeles, pero crees que hay muchos drivers en Estados Unidos que no tienen papeles. Y no es bueno porque tú tienes papeles y es bueno que si tienen, pero otras personas no tienen y no es bueno. Es porque tú hiciste, you did things the right way.
Yes, sir.
You came here the right way.
Yeah.
¿Cuántas cosas? Okay. Si hay 100 drivers, ¿cuántos de los 100 drivers no tienen papeles? 70?
Yes, sir. 30 and 70.
30 and 70.
Yeah, 30 no.
30.
Yeah.
30 no papeles.
During the Biden admin and open borders, at the height of inflation, Uber gradually rolled out upfront fares and upfront pricing. This is Uber's description of what upfront fares are and the reality of how it's affecting drivers. Basically, the more drivers you have on the road, the less you have to pay for each ride. And when 20 to 30% of your drivers are allegedly illegal immigrants, well, guess what? You get to pay less for every ride. Here's a news clip of what happens when upfront fares are introduced into a market.
Upfront fares is Uber's new price structure. It shows drivers what they'll be paid before they accept the trip. Uber's website shows a base fare is eliminated from the upfront pricing system. The fares are calculated based on current driving conditions, like destination and demand. Pay goes up when there's unexpected traffic that makes your trip longer. Williams says since the change, she's now earning 30% less. This photo shows Williams got paid $39.67 for driving from Harlingen to South Padre Island. The ride happened before the price structure change. 2 weeks later, she made almost $13 less with the same route. Williams says since the pay cut, she's driving less.
I've had several customers that it takes 3 or 4 times to get an Uber to keep the trip.
Thank you.
Because once we get a trip and we see it so far, we cancel it because it's not worth our trip. It's not worth the money.
We reached out to Uber. A spokesperson told us by email, drivers in the valley earn nearly 3 times the minimum wage in Texas.
Rubbish.
The new policy, they say, helps drivers choose the rides that work best for them. Williams says she's had to pick up another job to make ends meet. Both drivers hope Uber will go back to the way things work.
You know, we're just here to provide service for people. You know, because people do need to go to work, they want to go out and have fun with their friends.
Thank you, bro.
And everything, and they don't have transportation, so we're there to help them out.
Stephanie Rosales.
Thank you for that reporting, and thank you for standing up, drivers. Thank you for showing other drivers worldwide that you will not tolerate the bullshit. You're not going to tolerate those endless cuts. You're not going to tolerate the shitty money that they are paying you. Stand up, rise up, make your voice heard, get up, stand up. Join the fight, my friends. Leave your comments.
I interviewed an Uber customer to get his thoughts on being a frequent Uber passenger. He did not wish to reveal his identity, so I refer to him as Mr. Uber Passenger. We are sitting here with Mr. Uber Passenger. How are you doing, Mr. Uber Passenger?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Okay, cool. What are your general impressions of Uber as a customer?
I mean, I would say at this point, neutral to raising of an eyebrow. I'll dive into that and sort of unpack it. I'm an Uber One member. I don't know if you really need to know that or not, but I am an Uber One member, and overall, I'm generally happy with it. However, I will tell you that lately, at least sort of from an increasing standpoint, I've been sort of noticing changes in how my rides are directed towards me, and it's frequent enough that I'm raising eyebrows at the practice of what I'm observing.
And what specific changes are those?
So I'll give you an example, because most notably this happens when I occasionally take rides to work. I'll hail an Uber and it will display a message saying, I'll find you a driver, et cetera, and it takes a few minutes to do that. And then it offers me this message on, would you like a shared ride? No, I wouldn't like a shared ride because I'd like to get to work on time. But it gives me an option of one car, but I don't have an option. It fluctuates between one car to another car and sometimes to a third car while it's telling me it's finding a driver. And, you know, depending on my timing situation, but, you know, it's hit or miss. But with work, you know, and I need to be there on time, I raise my eyebrows at it because I should be able to get a cab when I hail one or when I send in the entry for where I'd like to go.
Do drivers ever cancel?
Well, they don't flat out tell me if they cancel or not. I can imagine.
Like, does it switch you to a different driver after it's assigned you a driver?
What it does, I'll tell you what it does. Okay. What it does is it shows me one car, and it shows me the path from that car to me. And then it thinks about it, however you want to define that, and then it fluctuates, moves on to a different car in a different location, and it sometimes tells me how many minutes out it is. And what's interesting about that is sometimes it's a lot farther. You would think that given our location, or wherever I would happen to be, there would be somebody within, like, I don't know, maybe a 5-minute radius, and it's not always that case.
What's your interpretation, just as a passenger, of why that's happening?
Well, it doesn't tell me why it's happening, but I got two reasons for you, or two options that I've been thinking about. Okay. One, I know a lot of people use Uber, and I know there's a lot of drivers, and for individual rides, my first inclination is to believe that they already have a passenger in their car, and so they're canceling. Mm-hmm. My second inclination is that they're just straight up canceling, and the driver is straight up canceling. The driver is straight up canceling, and whether or not they have a passenger already and they're canceling, or if they're just canceling straight up. And those are the only two options that come to mind that are, like, predominantly in my mind. Okay. And as far as the drivers themselves, what do you think about, we'll say, the quality of drivers? Quality is a wide spectrum. Do you want to be specific, or do you want me to just general? I'll ask it this way. Do you find that most drivers that you get, do you find that most of them speak English proficiently? I've definitely had my share that do, but lately I feel like I've been receiving a lot of drivers who speak predominantly Spanish. So you're on a time schedule when you're going to work, mm-hmm. and sometimes it takes too long for the driver to show up to pick you up. Like, you have to plan for them. You have to plan for a driver canceling and it taking a really long time for Uber to match you as a driver. Absolutely. Two more questions. One being the first one. Why do you think drivers are canceling? Well, from a business point of view, they're probably not making enough money. Additionally, going back to my first point, they either have they might have a passenger in the car. So that, to me, logically, those two options. Either they already have somebody and they can't pick someone up, and Uber is just trying to get them to line up their next ride, or they just don't think it's worth it. Mm. The distance, the drive, whatever, from point A to point B. Before I was an Uber One member, I don't think there's really been a huge increase in my prices. I think, if anything, I've noticed that Uber itself has adjusted the prices so that they can make it seem like I'm saving money when I might not actually be. But that's a different point of conversation. I think, given the spectrum of what I'm paying from, home to work, is relatively the same. I'm not sure you're aware of this, but there is a case. Uber's being sued right now over the Uber One program. Oh shit, really?
Yes, by the federal government.
No.
Yes.
By the federal government?
Yes.
For what? Like, for what exactly?
I'm not sure the exact details, but they're just looking at
Practices?
of the Uber One program.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mr. Uber One passenger, thank you so much for your time. You have a great day.
Thank you.
No matter what Uber says, drivers are making less money. Meet several Uber drivers. They don't speak English. Citizenship status unclear.
And I was also told that Uber drivers are dealing drugs at the airport. Do you know anything about that? If someone's dealing fentanyl or any other type of drug?
You say here?
Yes.
No. No. This is. No. Nosotros no tenemos que estar hablando con nada de eso. Ni policía, ni de ahí. ¿Y qué dice que sin droga?
Are you worried about someone calling ICE?
You say what?
You worried about someone calling ICE?
I can understand every word that you say. I can understand.
Well, I heard you say ICE. Are you worried about someone calling ICE?
Yeah, but anything is calling ICE.
What?
Nobody calling ICE.
Nobody's calling ICE. Okay.
Meet Marcus. He is a legal immigrant Uber driver who has been driving for Uber for a while.
What's going to fix this? We got a lot of fake drivers.
Well, that's why I'm talking to people.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I pick up about 15. I'm doing this for 11 years.
Yeah.
I'm not the new guys. I'm not really old. I still make a couple cases, nobody pay attention.
Yeah.
We got a guy over here with criminal record.
Yep.
I'm an ex-military police.
Yep.
So I know how to do things.
Uh-huh.
And I put it through and I found out about the guy who was having GMC. We got couples like that. A GMC with fake paper.
Mm-hmm.
And you got couples over here right now anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I can see over there.
That's why I'm here.
Every single one over here.
Yeah.
And I've been telling that too many times. I was sick and tired because the airport don't give a crap anyway.
Yeah.
And we turn to the airport and we have a lot of issue with people even smoke drugs over here.
Yeah. People are selling drugs. Uber drivers are selling drugs.
Whoa. Back out. Don't say that too loud, please.
Sorry.
My friend can go to hell over here, okay?
Okay. Uber drivers are selling drugs?
They come over here from San Antonio to do that. You have an issue over here. You got people coming from another cities and screwing us big time. And that's the people who have the problems.
Let's walk to your car. Walk to your car. I'll follow.
Yeah. No. What the hell my car is?
Okay, so
I don't know where I park it. I park it someplace. Yeah.
So do you think that since Biden opened the border in 2020, that's when all the fake Uber drivers came in? And what?
I got one behind me right now.
Okay.
It's a woman.
Okay.
She have a fake account.
Okay. And do you think she stole someone ID?
That's what they're doing. They pay $30. They pay between $30 to $850 a month.
And so, out of 100 drivers, how many are fake? Have fake paper?
I didn't see that name.
Okay, sorry.
Because that guy over here you're walking, he hate my guts.
Okay.
Because he don't care. He want to screw everybody over here. He hate me anyway. That's the reason he's working out. To listen to me.
How many drivers? 30%?
30 to 25.
30? Wow. So if you have 30% drivers that are fake, that means that the money's gone way down, right?
Yeah.
Ever since the border.
Every time you have accidents, you have problems. So you got fake accounts.
Also, doesn't it? So you did things the right way. Everybody that, like John, that guy over he came here the right way.
Yeah.
He has papers. Why should he have to suffer?
That's the problem with that.
Yeah.
And you get too many stuff going on. I mean, they don't. When they see me talking to you, they don't like it because I don't give a crap, you know. But the guy over here at the airport, they hate me because I push everything. I don't care who it is. If you're doing bad, I punish you. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it right. So I have to keep a good background, and who don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them the last time we had, that meeting, the cruise meeting they do.
Yeah.
Waste of time.
Yeah.
I tell them 300 times. They say, no, Uber's gonna take care of that. I said, man, you guys don't do nothing over here.
Yeah.
And when I spoke with the airport, I spoke with Tawanda over here. Tawanda said, why Uber don't come over here and put an office for 2 months?
Yeah.
They have the building.
Yeah.
They pay for the building. Well, then they don't have to pay nothing to us. They came to that idea to me. And he said, I don't work for Uber. But I know the system more than anybody else over here because I'm one of the oldest ones. I started when we had the phones. I remember that time. And I've been telling them to fix this, but nobody will pay attention. I bring you one case. If you want it, it's up to you.
Well,
it's $800 a pop for every account. The guy who's coming from Houston brings the accounts. So the guy from Houston have a system here with the computer. He's here today in the Cadillac. I got an application with him. I told him if I see him again, it's not going to be a good move for him. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes, because I already had a knife in my neck twice. Sometimes during the night, I carry my gun because I already have a knife in my neck twice.
So you're saying that there's someone in this parking lot right now that drives a Cadillac?
Yes, it's not in this parking. You know the gas station?
Yeah.
In the back? Yeah, they're there. Every day now. They come before the Formula One. They're from Miami.
And they're selling fake IDs so Uber drivers can drive?
Yes. What they do, they fake accounts. They create a new ID in the accounts. I saw how they do it, by the way.
Yeah.
They're so stupid. They talk to me and they don't know.
And do you think Uber knows this is happening?
No.
You don't think
There's nobody bringing it up. You go into the crew, you to that meeting, then nobody bring it up because they're scared, I think so.
So you don't think, how could Uber not know though?
Because I don't think so. They know because they never sent somebody over here. And this airport, or let's put it that way, they call Uber one time. Mm-hmm. Uber show up in the meeting. They never showed up in the meeting. It was a video conference. They said they're going to fix it with the airport. The airport said we cannot do nothing because we don't run the department. We don't know who's here. We don't know who's not here. They don't know whose person's over here anyway. Mm-hmm. See, they try to put a sticker for everybody over here. That way you have to go through the background to the airport. That's what we want. Because we got a lot of crooks over here. This is the week we got every crook coming this way. From Miami and Houston. Miami's the biggest one, crooks over here. I don't have a single one. They're looking at me right now, so I don't give a crap anyway.
I did some preliminary research before I came to this lot with AI. So you know Grok AI? You know how many Grok AI asking how many drivers in the States do not have papers or illegals or whatever? It says 25%. Yeah. Grok estimates that there's 25%. You think there's more than that? Okay.
When you come over here in the afternoon, you're going to see how many fake accounts there are.
Okay.
It's bad. It's really bad.
And you think if Uber was more diligent and got rid of the fake accounts, that drivers would make more money?
Yeah, we do better, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Because what happens with those accounts, people make the account, make the money, and leave. So they don't care they don't care the face of the Uber. They care to make the money. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So they screw Uber, accident, whatever happened, they don't care. They say whatever they say to the customer because Uber doesn't care because the problem is they don't know who the person is. Literally, you have a fake ID, you have an ID with his name but with somebody else's photo. Mm-hmm. That's the way they do it. I saw the way they make it. He's a guy, he stayed here in the Hilton. We know him already. Mm-hmm. He's coming over here. He's over here. What time? We have. No, okay. Yes, we already in. CL. So we got a music fest started this week.
Yeah.
So they're here at that time. They're already here.
Yeah.
So they go and stay in the hotel with the computer. He got 2 computers, and he sit down and he can grab my reservation. He can grab my trips. I saw that with my own eyes. He showed me, told me, I charge you $800 and I give you trips. So the people you got over here sitting down all the way down there, there's a couple cars over there, big black cars. So what they do is they get the guy has a screen. You have a trip. The trip never get canceled.
Yeah.
It disappear. He can grab the trip and give it to any driver. That's the system they have. It's so big, the people, I don't know why.
So last question I have to ask you. Uber changed the way they paid drivers. It's called upfront fare.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to benefit drivers. Yeah. But because there's a lot of drivers on the road that aren't supposed to be driving, do you think that the way they changed the pay has hurt drivers because there's a lot of drivers that have papers? So the money they have to pay for each ride is less? Do you think?
That could be something.
Yeah.
But not the bigger thing. Bigger thing is the fake accounts for us.
Fake accounts.
And the stolen trips. And if we can prove it to them, they're doing that. We already know. The guy come on the computers and got a Cadillac. It's a 2023 Cadillac. He stay in the gas station for a couple hours and he go in the hotel and he stay here for the entire month.
Wow.
And he do that. He grab trips, do this. We cannot see a trip. Okay, last week we have Dallas shut down.
Yeah.
None here can get a trip for $400 to Dallas. All those 5 drivers over here, they all have trips.
So he's grabbing people's trips and giving them to other drivers.
He can do that. The system he can allow to do that. And the way they do it is, as soon as the driver leaves his place and go to the parking lot, as soon as that, in that moment when I drive, the trip switch to the person. He cannot do it when he get it. You have to wait till the person get to the person. So he can grab it.
So there is. Are you saying that there is a driver or there's someone that is stealing trips and giving the trips to people he knows?
We have that for a long time already. The guys come from Houston and Miami. They're here already. Yeah.
I'm going to give you a call, and then we'll talk over the internet. We can talk more. Okay?
I don't want to talk over here too much.
Okay, cool.
When I first started working on this story, I thought it would be a story about illegal immigrants being pitted against American citizens to lower wages. After doing the story, I realized that it's a story about illegal immigrants being pitted against American citizens and legal immigrants to lower wages. This story is not a left-right issue, it's a class issue. You have people on both sides of the aisle that are well-to-do, that are benefiting from illegal immigration. To the people that are virtue signaling over immigrants, do you not care about legal immigrants' wages being lowered? To people in big business that are saying things like, well, Americans won't do this job, etc. Is it worth it to you to pay a whole bunch of Americans less so you as a CEO can make an extra $4 million a year? That's my question to you. Next thing, there's a major safety issue. When you get an Uber, it's quite possible that Uber has no idea who your driver is. This person allegedly could have stolen someone's identity, created a fake account, even, sounds horrible, but could have raped someone or murdered someone. I'm an Uber driver turned independent journalist. This is the first major story I'm working on. I realized in doing this that Uber could take legal action against me, deactivate me, etc. As you see, I have a link to a Gifts and Go, and if you'd like to contribute to me, I would really appreciate it. Also, I'm going to be covering more stories, and this money, if Uber does take legal action against me or deactivates me, will help me out. Also, it'll go towards me covering more stories and creating a media company. You'll also see links where you can watch Uber Exposed in full or the trailer. All right. Thank you very much.